Good afternoon. My name is Brian Makris. I'm here with Grit Matters, and I run Home Choice Lending. And today I have two guests. One is back here again, David Bronson. Thanks for coming and joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And then we have a brand new guest here. Her name's Joelle Ray,
Yay.
and she's a local. And we're going to find out about her. We're going to learn a lot about her. I know she's lived in the area, so thanks for coming today, Joelle.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So tell me, where did you grow up, and tell me a little bit about you.
All right. So my story started. I grew up in Londonderry, New Hampshire.
Okay.
I was born in Derry
Derry.
at a hospital called Alexander Eastman, which
Wow.
no longer exists. So you can guess my age if you'd like.
All right.
That's before Parkland was ever there.
Wow, all right.
I grew up. I had an older sister, Lauren. I lived with my mom and my dad. My dad was a business owner. My mom did, whatever she had to do to be with us, and she was the lunch lady for a long time.
The lunch lady.
Which was super cool.
I love the lunch
My
lady.
mom, everybody loved my mom. She was the lunch lady.
That's awesome.
And then I went to Londonderry High School. I graduated and went to UNH in Durham,
Nice.
which a lot of people in this area did go to.
Yep, great school.
Great school. I met some of my bestest friends in the whole wide world, and we're still close. I majored in communications, minored in marketing.
Wow.
I did sales for quite a few years after college. I used to travel all the way from New Hampshire to Maine, and then Connecticut. I used to do computer shows.
Wow.
So I used to sell computer parts.
No kidding.
Yes. I knew nothing what I was doing, but as long as I was nice.
This is $900. I don't know what
Legit.
it does.
I go, I don't know what it does, but this is for you. And here, I'll throw in a free set of speakers.
Yeah, here you go.
If my boss Kenny, my old boss, is listening, he'd be proud of that.
Nice.
That was always
nice.
a perk.
I
Be
love
like,
it.
If you buy this, you get some free Harman Kardon speakers.
Oh, and those are good
Yeah.
speakers too. Those are
So that was fun. And then my life kind of made a switch, and I met my husband,
Nice.
which is great. His name is Ryan Ray.
Awesome.
He is the Central Football head football coach.
Yay.
He took over for Schubert, so he's been the head coach for quite a while now. He loves it. I'm a typical football wife.
Got it. So you get to go to the games?
So I do, but sometimes, we have two kids now. We've been married since 2009.
Congrats.
Thanks. And we still like each other.
Yeah, I know.
Weird.
Right? Legit. I hear you.
So if you're listening, Ryan, I do. I still like you.
Yep.
And we have our firstborn. Her name is Carly Ray.
Carly Ray.
She is awesome.
That could be a singer's name,
So
could be a
there's
country singer right
Call
there.
me maybe.
Yeah,
So
call me maybe.
there
yeah.
is a story behind that, real quick story. So she was born in September. The summer before was the summer of Call Me Maybe, was a huge hit.
Oh, yeah. I
So
love
my
that.
husband's only job in me giving birth to my daughter was he had to name her.
Oh, my goodness.
So
You
all
gave
this-
him full responsibility?
Full responsibility.
No veto power on anything?
I mean, there were, but he was pretty good. He's an elementary school teacher, so he has
Saw a lot of
yeah,
names.
Yeah. So he has like name association. So he was
Yeah.
in charge. All of a sudden, one morning he woke up and he goes, "I had an epiphany. We're gonna name her Carly Ray." And I was like, "Perfect.
Yeah.
I love it."
Yeah, I do too.
My girlfriend comes in. I have my daughter. I'm holding in my arm. She looks at me. She goes, "Seriously? Carly Ray? Call me maybe?" I was like,
Oh,
"No!
my God.
I already signed the paper."
Jeez, call
My
me.
daughter is named after a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's a great tune, though.
But it's a great tune, and
It
you know
is.
what? We now call her Carly Ray Jepsen. That's her nickname, and she owns it.
She owns it.
and
Yeah,
she
for
loves
sure.
it. So when
They-
Carly was born,
They did her song was one of the key songs with the Olympics with all of the players on the airplane, and it was cute. It was really cute.
Call Me
to see-
Maybe.
Yeah, and it was awesome. And all the guys, and they're in, doing the swimming and all of this stuff. It was really kind of cool. So it's worth googling. You'll
I
show that to your daughter.
definitely-
She'll love it.
I will
I'll show her when we're
definitely-
done today.
I will definitely
yeah,
do that.
yeah,
That's
definitely.
funny.
So then, tell me about your son.
So my son is Ryle,
Okay.
which is Ryan and Joelle put together, which
All right.
again my husband was in charge of naming him.
Wow.
So
A lot of power he's got. A lot of
Yes.
trust there. There's a lot of trust
I was
there.
like, I did my thing. I'm done. Like you take over. He's 6, and he is his father to a T.
Wow.
He's a very sweet boy, but he's wild, and he's a typical boy.
Yeah.
And he's big.
I love it.
Yeah, but
I
he's a
love
good
it.
boy. He's a good boy, and so that's my family life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
I
then,
love it. And you
I
live in Auburn now?
live in Auburn now.
Love it.
We've lived there since 2005.
Got it.
I love it. It's a
Wow.
little slice of heaven. It's
It is.
close enough but far enough away.
Yep.
We love all of our friends.
And neighbors.
We're our neighbors. We've made some amazing friendships and things that will last well beyond if we live in La Auburn or not.
So from selling computers
Yes.
to this. Tell me.
So how did I get to
Yeah.
interior design and staging?
Yeah.
So, growing up,
My mother was a yard sailor and a thrift store shopper.
That's like Gary Vee made
Yeah.
some millions doing that. The
Yes.
side hustle. It's called the side hustle. Which
So
we love.
yes, so my mom still does that side hustle.
I love it.
But growing up, we would go yard sailing every Saturday morning. We'd get up, I'd have my breakfast, we'd get in the car, and she'd show me and teach me on antiques and what looked
Wow.
good, what didn't look good. So a very young age, design and looking for finds and putting things together was always a part of my life. I changed my bedspread and my curtains and rearranged my furniture.
Wow.
And then I got to college and I lived with a bunch of roommates and I had my own room and I started decorating everybody's rooms.
Wow.
And my other roommate too was into it, so we'd paint, we'd decorate.
It's like a mini HGTV.
It really was
on
in
campus.
the 90s. It was
Yeah.
before it was even
Yeah.
popular.
See, you could be famous on that whole show.
Seriously.
You should have created it.
Seriously, it gets me so mad.
Get rid of the
I was
beer
like
cans.
redoing furniture in
Yeah.
like 95, you know, like before and after.
Slip covers going on,
Yeah.
painting walls.
Oh, yeah.
Get rid of that
Trash.
bong. Get rid of the beer cans.
Look what I can make out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, trash to
It's now a
treasure.
vase.
Yeah, exactly. What's this apple?
Be like, that's worth a lot of money. I'm gonna take that. I don't
Take
care what
it.
you say. So I did. I started doing a lot of trash to treasure. I would find things on the side of the road and I'd redo it because we're in college. We don't have a lot of money. So, we needed bureaus, we needed, bed, headboards. So I'd repaint and redo all that stuff.
Wow.
And then it was kind of not really a big thing back then in the 90s to do interior design, especially like in New Hampshire. So I went in a different direction for my major, but still home design was still my number one. No matter
Got it.
where I lived, I would live with a roommate. I'd move out. She'd be like, hey, can I keep the decorations?
Right.
And I'm like,
right.
seriously? I'm like, fine, I'll go buy
Yeah.
some new ones.
Yeah.
Everywhere I lived, whether it was with an ex-boyfriend or a roommate, they always loved what I did for design, loved
Love
what
it.
I did for decorating.
And it's fun for you.
And it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Like to me, every night before a job, it's still like the night before Christmas.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Like I get excited, I can't sleep, I can't wait to get there in the morning. It's literally a dream come true. I never thought I would ever be where I am. It took confidence to go out on my own because I just was doing it for myself or friends.
Right. And you weren't charging.
And I wasn't charging anybody.
Yeah.
And then finally I was like,
Maybe I can make
That's
money.
all
maybe
Something
I
I
can
love.
make some money doing this. And then the real estate market kind of got crazy,
Yep.
which people didn't think there was a need for stager, but in actuality, it's the complete opposite. It will sell faster, you'll get more money. So I kind of got into the staging thing second. So interior design I got first. So I started
Gotcha.
getting like a client here and there, and then social media is our friend.
Yeah.
And then she would post something, and then her friend would love what I did, so then I'd go over, and then I was kind of just doing it and figuring it out
Yeah.
as I went. I really had no idea what I was doing. My father was a business owner, so I kind of knew, like, maybe I should be doing this
Yeah.
or this.
Yeah.
I don't know, I was just winging it.
Right.
And I love people. I love hearing their stories, and I love going in and having a consult and meeting their family, and that helps me come up with the design that's going to work for them in their home.
And when you go in, are you like if you go into one of David's houses?
Yeah.
Are you saying, all right, we've got to paint, we've got interior and exterior stuff? Are you talking?
So it all depends.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
every job is unique. No job is the same.
So it's freshening up and
Yes.
kind of getting it so that it's not like every photo is of my kid on the wall. As much as we love them,
Correct.
we always want, David, people to walk in and look at this place and say, this could be mine. And
Correct.
whose kid is that?
Right.
You know?
And there's a way to say it.
Right.
There's a nice way
There's
to
a delicate
say it.
way to
Of
be effective.
saying it, and you hear their story, and I love going in and being like, oh, this is a great family photo. Where were you? Oh, Yellowstone? So cool. Like, tell me
Yeah.
about that.
And where's that box? Yes.
Exactly! And in the back of my mind, I'm I'm like, all right,
That's
now
precious.
we've been talking
We've
for...
got to replace that with something else.
Yeah. Well,
Be like, so we're
we
gonna
could, we
put
could
that-
replace it with.
Oh, no.
Oh, that is an amazing photo.
So we could, you know.
Yay.
So we could. I mean, that's definitely should be on the wall. You should bring
Wow,
that
that
out.
was a
and
great
say, what do you think
segue
about
with
this? You could bring this up, you know.
What a great segue, talking about Yellowstone, and you had to throw that in there.
It was almost like it was meant to be.
I
It's
know.
so weird.
Like Yellowstone.
So weird.
So then you created Love You. Well,
Yes.
the
So
name
I
of your
created
company.
the name of my company is called LUSM Design. The little story behind LUSM Design is, again, back in early 2000s, which we can all relate, cell phones, the first cell phones came out.
Oh yeah.
So we all remember our first Nokia, right? Or
Yeah.
like the flip phone.
Yeah.
And,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
they
Star
type.
Trek. I go back to Star Trek days.
Right?
You know.
Yep.
So I had a Nokia, and to text message, you had to hit every
Yeah.
number to hit every letter.
Yeah.
So my husband and I first started dating, and he started short texting me LUSM,
Aw.
like love you so much.
Aw.
So we wouldn't have to type
Right.
L
Yeah.
space
Right.
O space
Yeah. Yeah.
So then this, you know, however many years later, 17 years later, there was no, you know, I didn't have to make a decision. I was like, my company
Boom.
is LUSM Design.
Love it.
It's, you know, created on love. It's created
Yeah.
on family.
Yeah.
I want to make every one of my clients feel like that they're special, that their house when they walk in is something that they're proud of, and it represents them, which, like I said, my company, that's how I started.
Yeah.
It was the support for my husband, support
And you
for my
care.
family, and I care.
You do.
And I like people.
And you love what you do.
I love what I do.
And have you guys? How did you meet? And how did you work together?
Yeah, so we met through our children, actually.
Yeah.
And then just started hanging out more, and cookouts, barbecues, vacations.
Love it.
We did February vacation together,
Yep.
April vacation.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, the
You
kids-
really got to like people when you do vacations together. That
It was-
vacation
it was
my,
awesome.
My wife's mom and my wife's always like, "Hey, should we bring her?" And I'm like, she's like, "She'll watch the babies and we can go out." And I'm like, "All right, let's bring her."
Yeah.
And she's awesome. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, but you got to really like the people when you
Yes.
vacation with
Yep.
them.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool. And then the kids get to automatically connect. As
Yeah,
well.
the kids are great. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how we first connected. It was actually his son and my daughter.
Nice.
They started hanging out, and his son's super cute. He's such a nice boy. He had his mom. Can Carly, my daughter's name's Carly, can
Yeah.
Carly come over and play, or can she go to the beach with me?
Aw.
Like, yeah, so super cute. And then we started
Is it
hanging out.
walking distance? Do they just
No.
no?
Nothing really in Auburn is walking.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean, unless you
everyone's-
live in a neighborhood,
Right.
which we do not.
Right.
We still live on like a road with, you know,
Yep.
space. Dave lives in a
It's-
neighborhood.
It's only like 2.5 miles away, though.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
And anything in Auburn, you're going to drive, so
Yep.
it doesn't
It
matter.
is. It is what
Yeah.
it is. I
Yeah,
like it. Yeah,
yeah.
I like it.
The roads are too narrow to walk down,
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah, or bike or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Well, there's
so.
no lights anywhere
Yep.
in
Right,
Auburn.
right. Well, they got the pits, right?
Yep.
The Auburn pits,
Yep.
which
That's
I've been there
great.
once.
Good
Which is in
food.
a residential neighborhood, which is still so bizarre to me.
You know, I never noticed, but is it?
Yep.
Oh my God, it's like normal neighbors right next door to each other. Like it's a house.
And they put signs up in their
Yeah.
front yard. This is not the pits.
Right.
Do not pull into my driveway.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. They should just be like, yeah, grab a beer out of the fridge,
Yeah.
$9.
Exactly.
Can I change the channel?
Yep.
Started throwing back a beer. It's kind of a cool place.
Oh,
though.
they have awesome food.
Yeah,
Great,
yeah.
great food.
So you started your company, and you guys have worked together, or do you just friends? Do you work together? Does she help you with customers, or is it kind of once in a while?
I've never had her actually stage yet. She's going to be soon.
Nice.
But I've bounced ideas off of her and vice versa.
Yeah.
Of what works, what doesn't work, that kind of thing.
Okay. And then do you work closely with a real estate agent, or is it always just customers? How do people find you?
So I was very fortunate that Rach, New Hampshire, from Keller Williams.
Oh yeah, Rachel H.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she took a leap of faith in me, and she kind of gave me like one house to see how I did. And then since then, it's been history, and I've been with her for like now a year and a half.
Love it.
And I
just
do-
had a closing with her yesterday.
Oh, she's
yeah,
the
and
best.
she was on this probably a month and a half ago.
Which is funny because Rachel and I grew up together in Londonderry.
no kidding.
We do. So it's funny how again
Yeah,
all of our
full circle.
paths
Yeah.
come together.
Yep.
And I don't even think that it had anything to do with us knowing each other.
The history.
I think she needed a stager, and I think, you know, why not give somebody a shot?
Right.
And she did, and I'm super grateful because
Oh, nice.
she was my she's my person now.
Yeah.
I do all of her stagings for all of her.
She's got a team of
She has an awesome
6 or
team,
7.
and they're so amazing, and
they are.
everybody's so nice, and that's only made me grow even farther because
Good.
now I'm working with, other realtors,
Perfect.
and she definitely got me my foot in the door, which I'm super grateful for.
Yeah, and that's got great leadership over there. It's a
Oh, they're amazing.
solid company,
Mhm.
good people,
Mhm.
and she's very talented as well.
She
for what
is.
does.
She's a hard worker.
She is, and she just got engaged, by the way.
She did.
I know. I'm so excited for her.
So excited for her.
Yeah, totally.
All right, so David,
let's talk
you,
about here for a second.
You guys
You're
David,
moving
so
your office.
tell
you
me
guys
about.
have
I know you
shifted,
with
or
W
you're
Real Estate,
moving
so let's talk about that for a
North
second.
Manchester, Hooksett
When did you
area,
join,
and you're
and
gonna move a little bit
and
farther
how long have you been doing
south.
real estate?
Tell me
and-
about
and
that.
how much
Moving.
are you
Do you love it?
excited
Or
about it?
you
You
own
own
the
the
building.
building.
Worst
now.
time.
No, I love it.
Because this market's different. I mean,
Yeah, so
it's
we were
getting
originally
better.
on
I think
Hooksett
we can
Road,
only reach a
Hooksett,
little
it's
bit
softening,
better.
and now we're going to be
Yeah,
at the
it's much
Massapequa
better
traffic
for buyers, but
circle,
the last
right on the
18
Auburn
months,
Manchester
people,
line.
agents would come in and buy
It's
just
a
a
great
rock
setup.
and
It's
start
good
to
exposure.
hit myself in the head. I put in
We have a
20
renter in
offers
the
and I
front,
haven't
so
won
they're
any
paying
of them. And
part of the
buyers are getting
mortgage. We've
frustrated.
got
so where are you? Are you
roofing
like
company
burnt
that's
out
renting
or?
out the
No,
garages,
I'm
so
definitely not burnt out.
it's
I
a
absolutely
great
love
setup
it.
that we have.
So
Kind of
that's
the
similar
challenge
to
for
here. We have
buyers,
space out
your
back left
offer's
in
only
Vance,
as good as what
which
your
is
buyers
a
can
great dance
afford.
studio. The town
So
loves
trying
it.
to
It's a
navigate and
husband and wife team
find
that
clever
own
ways
it.
to make their offer more
and
attractive.
a lot of the agents and their
is
kids
kind of
I
what
see
I've had
pulling
to
in and
focus
I'm
on.
in my window and I'm like, hey
And-
Brian, how are you?
Yep, I mean it's great if
But
you're on
that's
the list
kind of
side.
really cool
Those are
because you get
super
that rental
easy.
income section.
Um,
Sold.
Yeah, exactly.
You always have that little side hustle.
But
income
there's a lot of
coming in. So
competition. There's a
when is
lot of
that-
other people
when is that location
out
officially
there
open? When are you guys
kind of
into the
doing
new
the same
spot?
thing. So
June 20th.
utilizing
June
marketing
20th.
techniques
So
like
that's right over by the
SFA.
bowling alley and
We just did one
Mojo's, right?
last
Right across the
week
street
with
from
a
Mojo's.
drive-up
Bloody
video,
Mary's there.
trying to
Great
make it
ice
super
cream.
unique.
Great ice
Yep,
cream.
and
I've never
make
had
it,
ice cream there.
eye-catching.
It's good.
I mean,
Kinda
and
set
it
it
was.
apart.
It looked cool.
Yeah, and that's
I'm sure you could.
Did you do some of that? Because I've never had the ice cream.
Yep.
I mean, I know of like Blake's or Frenzy's for ice cream,
Yeah.
but no one's ever
That
said
was
so.
cool.
So that's
No, I
kind of
love
so
that.
you're
Good
so you're
buddy.
taking some of that creative edge. You're
Nice.
investing into that piece of real estate.
So that's going
to
to be
able
opening
show
up
it
this
a
year.
little
You guys,
better
I think,
out
are
to
doing
customers.
renovations
Yep.
right now.
Absolutely. And virtual
getting all the office
staging.
furniture set up.
I've got a vacant house right
Uh,
now,
internet lines
and
and the whole nine.
we did a lot of
Got
virtual
it.
staging.
Now I got to ask
printed
the
out,
question about the
the
market.
large
We
prints,
talked a
so
little
when
bit about it
people come
earlier.
and tour the home,
Are
they
you
can see
seeing
what it
some
would look
changes?
like.
I know you said it was changing where it would fit.
Is it
Here's the
getting
spacing
Bailey's
with
with
the
an end
noticeably
table
getting
and a lamp?
better.
Exactly.
That
It
detail.
definitely is changing
that's kinda
for
cool.
certain
Nice to go in
homes
and
in
do
certain
like
areas.
Yes.
Areas
Yes, exactly. You don't have to clean it either. It's really simple. I love virtual
Where
stuff.
no
You
matter
know,
what
you don't have to
condition
lug
the
it or
house was
move.
in,
Hey, can you move the couch? No, it's
they were
done.
going to
That's
have
it.
crazy offers.
So,
on that.
and we
I'm
just played
seeing
golf
it kind
together
of
on
settling closer to list price.
Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Monday.
I've got
Yes.
a couple.
By the way, one
that
of
were under list
the
price.
hardest hitting golf players,
so,
the farthest,
yeah, it's,
longest drive, by the way,
Oh,
they have the
boy.
longest drive.
Yep.
You
And
won
for
a
FHA
prize for that
buyers,
as
so
well.
Yeah.
with no appraisal
That's
gaps
awesome.
And I think we
things
came
that you
in
traditionally
second.
had to have to even
Came in
be
second
considered.
place.
Did you tell Ryan
That's
Ray
good
that?
news for buyers.
I didn't yet.
That's really
Does your husband play golf?
And when
They're
this
playing
market starts to
soon.
get a little
Yep.
more
Is he good?
competitive,
I don't know. We haven't
sometimes-
played yet.
He's
Yeah.
not.
You know,
I love you, honey.
We're
but
gonna have
never.
fun.
They're not,
You'll have
like,
fun.
oh my goodness, nobody was calling and rush. You know, we're waiving inspection. We came in second place because we're all in the woods. We have protection in there. But I get it. Sometimes you still have to. Great golf tournament. But now, so you guys start moving your office to that relationship because you were on and with Rach and H and that team, right? You
Yep,
work with the
we're on
other
Hooksett
agents out there
Road,
to start to
and
say,
we
hey,
are
Joelle,
transitioning
you know,
to the
we
traffic
need a little
on
little
the
splash
Auburn
of
Manchester
color. We
line.
need a little
So it's gonna be
perfect
shiny.
shadows to this to make it stand out.
Right?
So
We need a little,
Oh.
little jazzing up.
yeah,
On the
so
traffic
this will be, I think, going into your busy
All right, we're
season
gonna
here.
take
probably
I'm super
the next 5 years.
Right around the
Yeah,
corner.
these next
We'll
5
rent her
years.
some space then.
I was just gonna say, it'll be good for
Now
me.
your work really has to stand out. You know.
Yeah, because there's a lot of customers that don't have, or
Break years.
clients that don't have the
Oh, perfect.
I didn't even
vision
so he'll
of
pause
what their
and
house
then
could
we'll-
look like.
Where-
And so
where's her office
some people have
So
lived
it
in the
is
house
Sherry,
for
she
20,
bought
30
me a
years
house.
and have
Okay.
had the
So
same
the
design
circle go
since
around.
day one. And so having people come in and they see mismatched couches and things that just don't flow, their eyes kind of go to that and they don't look at the bigger picture of what it could actually look at that one.
Different.
So where on the
Find
traffic
somewhere
circle,
there.
right across from Mojo?
Perfect.
Exactly.
You know, you might
Where that
barber
put a
shop
chair
is
in
in
a
the
spot that you
So
never
Rach
have
bought
there,
an office
and
and
the TV
she's-
might be out.
so
and
she
say,
has her
"Hey, let's
broker
take that
license.
TV down. Let's make this.
I know. I'm surprised she hasn't
And it's
gone out
different,
on her
right?
own.
And that's when a
Kinda like
professional
Kristen
comes
did.
in like you.
She
You
can
can
Nelson
see Yeah, is Kristen
and say,
Nelson on her own?
this is a
great
Yeah,
space, but
it's
that's
not being
official.
utilized.
That's
Yep,
the
I'm
best
pretty sure.
possible. Okay, no,
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, don't record that.
I think it's Nelson Real Estate without any affiliation to.
That's what I was wondering. Was
mostly
it, was it,
everybody I've
you know,
worked with is
because
really good.
Rach
I mean,
NH
even
is
if
still
it's
part of the
Correct.
KW model.
Subsidiary.
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly. So I didn't know if
And
bring
that's
in
what she was-
furniture.
I
if
think
you
So
I'm
had
we
to.
almost positive
don't,
that
Wow.
now
it's,
they do virtual
I applaud
still.
anybody that
I'll
takes
bring in
the.
like a side table, lamps, chairs, you know, like those kind of things if they need those things, you know, bar stools, but not big furniture anymore because you know, we are so grateful for photographers now that can do virtual staging
Yeah.
and that saves our legs and our backs
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, moving all that stuff. But yeah, definitely going into a home and saying, you know, I know that this isn't what you're used to, but you want people to walk into your home and picture themselves living here
Yeah.
and say, okay, they have 2 children. You don't, you know, you're
Right.
elderly, but let's make this a playroom. You know, let's focus this on a playroom. Let's make this an office. A lot of people nowadays are working from home. So let's turn this space into
They want
a,
that.
right?
Yeah, they want that space
So
now.
this smaller bedroom, yes, it's a bedroom, but let's stage it as an office. You know,
I
those
love that.
small little things to appeal to the buyers
Yeah.
nowadays.
How do you deal with like pets? Like I have 2
Oh, I love
dogs.
them!
I love. I have 2 dogs,
pets.
and I think if I'm gonna list my house, I have to put them down. Because nobody wants to see them. You know, there's always hair.
Hair, it's the
And
hair.
they smell and they're
It's
wet.
the hair.
You know.
Uh-huh.
So I mean,
yeah.
there's just certain things, or
You
or
just-
does I mean I don't smoke. I've never smoked in my
Yeah.
entire life, but do people still smoke in their homes?
Yeah.
They do, unfortunately.
And that could be tough
It's
sometimes.
hard.
Yeah,
If
because
there's
that's
carpet.
Yeah, if there's
Yep.
carpet and stuff like that. So those are some things where you have to say, hey, listen, we've got to make some adjustments here. You know,
Correct.
throw some brownies in the oven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Open every window.
Open every window.
Yeah, and you're like, it's
Lots of
7 degrees
Febreze.
outside. It's okay. Trust me.
Yep.
So, but
And
those
hope
are
it doesn't rain on the open house day.
Yes.
'Cause,
but those are serious conversations because
They are.
because
And you don't want to insult anybody.
correct.
So you have to say it
It's
nicely and just say, you know, this is, you're moving on. You know,
Yeah.
this isn't going to be your home anymore.
Right.
So we have to treat it like it's somebody else's.
And is there tricks to kind of get rid of the dog or the
Some people
The
take
cigarette
offense.
smoke.
Like you go into a house and yeah, I understand your favorite color is lime green, but
Yeah.
let's change it up to a little new.
It's on my wall.
Oh, it's right there. So
But I got
weird.
just a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. You know.
Just
Yeah,
a
the
little
whole
pop.
house isn't lime green.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's tough though.
It is hard, especially an elderly couple that,
Yeah.
you know, they don't have, you know, they can't do it physically themselves.
No, no.
So, you know, sometimes I'll write down companies' names. I'll be like, here, I know I work with these painters all the time. You know, I know this pod company that can drop off a pod and you can put stuff in.
At your leisure, get it out.
Right, just
this
go-
section, get into
Yeah,
the pod.
you know, and like I go through every room and write down like a list, you know, like of homework that they can slowly do over time.
Got
and
it.
try not to overwhelm them. I mean, and then you have to work within their budget.
Right.
There's some people that are only willing to spend X amount of dollars, you know, even though the return could be 10 times that.
Exactly, and that
You can't, it's, yeah, you have to pick your battles.
So I walked into an open house and this woman or husband, I don't know, man or woman, was a bottle collector. And in almost every window on the sill, or the top part or the bottom part, had all these unique old Coke bottles or whatever
Which is
bottle,
cool.
glass, really cool, yeah.
super
but they don't
cool.
convey with the house. And,
No.
yeah.
And it would block the views, and,
Yeah.
and it, you know, and it was just like every window had all these different greens and blues because there were different bottles out there, and it was all in there during the open house, and people were trying to peek out over the window so they could see what they're looking to the
They can't.
backyard, and they're like,
Like the bottles.
yeah, it was kind of an interesting thing. So that would be one of those things where you've got to have that conversation that hey, these are breakable. And they're
Yeah.
precious, so let's pack them up, put them in a safe place before somebody comes in and wants to look outside and knock over, 6 of them or 8 of them. It was like, it was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
So people, those are tough conversations,
Or I just offer my services. And I'm just like, if you need me to help you, I'll come over and help you pack
Oh, nice.
as we're staging and like
Nice.
roll it into one. where I don't mind. I love people, like I said.
Yeah.
I love hearing their stories. I love hearing their history.
So you'll help them pack.
So it's only happened one time. It's happened one time.
Declutter.
Yeah.
Let's put this away first.
Well, yeah.
So
and I do.
it's no longer is Carly Ray the mover or Joelle Ray the mover. Is it Ray the Movers?
It is Ray and the Movers.
So here we go.
I did it one time, and honestly, it was amazing. It was an older woman, and she told me every story about every little antique she had. But that's how I got her to put stuff away.
Wow.
Was I will help you. Tell me the story of this, because you have to pack it anyways.
Yeah.
While I'm here, let's just do it now. Because I was afraid once I left, she wasn't going to do it.
Wow.
So I went that extra step, and I loved it. You know?
I mean, people
And
need that
declutter.
help.
And it decluttered, and it
Yeah.
made her house look so much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
So much better.
So, and same thing, like you go down in the basement, a lot of times on the way down, there's the hanger that has all the winter jackets, and you can't
Yep.
even fit down because the jackets are this big, you know, and then you take it all off, and it just creates this different flow.
Yeah, it's just those little things that people don't always see. And, you know, I just walk in, and I just did one the other day, and I walked in, and I was like, yes, this house is beautiful, but I still spent almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
And the homeowner was like, I would never have thought of that.
Yeah.
I never would have thought of that.
Well, a professional comes in and looks at it differently.
I look at it from a photographer's standpoint.
Yeah.
I stand at the doorway, and I'm like, okay, I can see stuff under your bed. Let's move that a little farther.
Yeah.
You know, the corner of the bedspread.
We don't have to throw it away. Just push
it farther in.
Get it out of the sight.
Whatever. Yeah, get it out of the sight line. So.
Exactly.
So do you work with the photographers as well?
So I sometimes do, yeah.
okay.
And with Rach, New Hampshire, we've worked with a couple people.
Yep.
One I've worked with more than others. Her name is China, and I liked working hand in hand with her because she'll come in, and then I look, and I'm like, okay, I see what you're seeing. And that teaches me a lot,
Yeah.
too. Like I said,
Yep.
you know, I was just kind of learning as I went. And so, you know, I learned a lot from, you know, looking and seeing what they're going to take pictures of. And, you know, like some of the, I know that they had just done one, and they did like a close-up of like one of the puzzles that I had put out and staged.
Nice.
I'm like, that looks so
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so
Family
glad
time.
that they see what I see, that like, that
Right.
looks really cool.
Right. This is our little artsy, craftsy game area.
Exactly. Like, this
And
is super cool.
We
Like,
got a little nook
yeah.
here for the kids to hang out,
Yep.
you know.
No, I
Soundproofing on the walls. So
Yeah.
the parents can be on the other side. But I want to thank both of you for coming in today.
Super fun.
This is awesome. I think what you do is a huge value. I think your boom is about to start to happen.
Thank you. Fingers
It's-
crossed.
Yes,
I hope so.
definitely. So if people want to reach out to you,
Yeah.
they can just give you a call on your cell, the 560-2556, and you're
Correct.
local, so 603
I sure
girl.
am. Yeah.
And then David, we're always around. I see you all the time. So call David if you're thinking about
Yeah.
listing your home or looking to buy a house or investment properties. You work with them all.
Yep.
So we'll have you both back on again.
Awesome.
I
I love
love
that.
that your husband is the coach. I think that
Yes.
is awesome.
Yes.
And
He's my muscle too if I need
he's
help.
your muscle too. So I'm totally psyched to hear about your story and your family. So
Cool,
congratulations.
Thank you
So
very much.
Thanks for coming in today, guys.